Hey guys, it's Ricky from the Guitar Mission Project. Today we're going to do our first song breakdown. We're going to be breaking down I Speak Jesus by Here Be Lions. And I hope you guys enjoy. I hope you guys can get a lot out of this. Let's get going. Alright guys, so here we have the sheet music for I Speak Jesus. Normally when you're preparing for a set, your worship leader is going to give you the chord chart, and they might give you this here, the layout of the song. What I like to do though, even as a guitarist, I like to look at the sheet music to get kind of a better idea of what's going on as far as the melody goes within the song. And what I'm also going to do is I'm going to make notes over here with the numbering system for the chords. So even though this song is in the key of C, I'm going to write down the numbers so that just in case the key gets changed, either last minute or throughout the week, that I'm ready to go no matter what key it is. And even if I have a chord chart in the key of C, but the numbers next to it, then you can still just play in any key. What we're going to go through it, and we're going to look at what chords are there, what the numbers are, if there are any passing chords, and kind of get a good idea of how the song's going to roll. Alright, so we start out here on the intro. We're going to start out on the C, and then we're going to go to an A minor 7, 2 measures of each. And the A minor 7 is just a C major chord with an A in the bass. And once I see this for the intro, then I'm going to make a note of it up here. Intro 1-6. That's this right here. Then we get into the verse. We're going to start here on a C, and then we're going to keep playing the C for 2 measures, but there's going to be a sus in there. And oftentimes I ask myself, is it a sus2 or a sus4? So here's where the sheet music kind of helps. We have a D in the melody, and that resolves to a C in the melody. You're going to play a D within the chord, so a C2 chord, and resolve that to the E. Back to the major chord over here, the C, E, G, C chord. Then we go 1 measure of the A minor 7, the 6 chord, and that's also going to pass through something here, this F2 with the A in the bass, which is basically just an A, F, G, and a C. So it's like the 7th chord of the A minor with the F thrown in there instead of the E. But if we look down here, you see that we have A, E, we have a C and an E, C, E, C, A, C. This A minor 7 chord is just holding through the whole way. So I'm not sure about this chord. I still have to look at how to make that. But you could probably get away with playing A minor 7 all the way through. Not to say that you couldn't also get away with playing the C all the way through in the beginning. Definitely when you're taking the first look over, you're thinking to yourself, how can I simplify this? Because the most important thing is that you learn the patterns. The most important thing is that you know, I need to be on the 1 chord, on the 6 chord, on the 4 chord. That's more important than playing these passing chords here in the beginning, okay? So we go from 1, 2 measures, 6, 2 measures, then we have the 4 chord, which is the F, and we're going to play that for 2 measures. And then we get to the end of the verse, which is going to be a C with a C sus in it, and again, and here you see the melody goes, basically walks from the E to the C. So you could play this T2 there, and resolve that back to the E on your end. Then we see here, the verse repeats. Mind you, I took this layout from the music here, and I made notes before the video, but you'll probably get a different layout if you were to perform the song within a band. They might give you a different layout. It's more of like, how much time do you have when you're up there, and not, staying true to the song per se. But I can see you going through the verse twice, and here it tells us to go through the verse twice. And once we see that, then we make our notes for the verse. It's going to be a 1, 6, 4, 1. Okay. Now we've walked through the verse 2 times, and we get to the chorus. This is the end of the second verse here, or the third verse. Alright, so the chorus, go from the C at the end of the verse, you're going to go to a G. The chorus is going to start on the 5 chord. And then here, it's going to pass through the 1 chord with a 3 in the bass. Notice that these passing chords are 2 beats, so half the measure. This one also. And here it's going to be 1 beat. So it's going to be 1, 2, 3, pass. And then it's going to go to the next chord, which is a 4 chord. If you are playing in the key of C, this would be an easy chord to play. That's a really easy one. You go to the 4 chord, 1 measure, real quick. Then you go to the C chord for 2 measures. And the chorus continues, and it's the same exact pattern. 5 chord, pass real quick on the 1 with a 3 in the bass, 4 to a 1. And the 1 is again played for 2 measures. After you play the chorus the first time, you go back to the verse, which is again that 1, 6, 4, 1 we talked about earlier, and go ahead and make your notes for the chorus. So you're going to write down 5, 1 with a 3 in the bass, and a pass. And that just basically means like a real quick turnaround, 1 beat before you go to the 4 chord and a 1 chord. So 5, 4, 1. Play the chorus 1 time, we go to the verse. Verse again is going to be this 1, 6, 4, 1 pattern. And then after the chorus, the second time, so you play the verse a second or a third time, the chorus 1 more time, and then you come down here to the bridge. So we start here with this G note right here, shout, and then it's going to go into the 1 chord. 1 chord, 1 measure. So this is starting to look a lot like the verse. 1 chord, 1 measure, C sus. Here, the melody is playing the 4th note in the C chord and resolving it to the E. So it's going F, E. You could also do that on guitar. That'd be like a little support for the singer. If the singer is hearing an F, then it'll be easier to sing an F. You just go unison there, or octave, depending on where you're playing that at. So you play here you play a 4, C sus 4, and you resolve that to the regular C chord. So your harmony in your chord is going to be the same as the melody right there. Then we're going to go A minor 7, 1 measure, and then again it goes to the F to A. And we look down here, you have an F, C, and an F. And up here you have an F also. This I would say is more important because here, of course, you're playing the A minor 7 notes, but instead of playing that E, you're playing the F. And if we look at the melody and the harmony here, there's a lot of F going on. Here's the F, here's the F. And let's look at the melody for this first chord. It's playing the G. So they're playing the 7th, or the minor 7th note. They're singing the minor 7th note of the chord, and then they go to the 3, and then they go to the F right here. Okay, so this is a lot more tension. If we look at in the verse, we saw, what did we see here? We saw C and E, C and G. So they're also singing that the 7th note up there, and they're also singing the F. Okay, that's where the F's coming from right there. So they're taking advantage of the 7 right there, and you definitely want to carry that 7 because you see the 7th note of the chord right here, G, and then it's going to go F to E, and C here, and then okay, all right. Let's see what they're doing there. So yeah, we're definitely going to look at this F2 chord and see if we can't make that happen. It's just a matter of, instead of playing the E, you play an F on the A minor 7. So we'll figure that out. Anyways, 1, 2 measures, simply said. Then we get 6, 2 measures. Then we go to the 4 for 1 measure. And then the F2, which is, instead of an FAC, is a FGC. And you see here, the G is popping up again. So that's where we're getting this. The melody takes it first, and then you take it over here with the harmony. Okay. Then we're going to go to a C and a C. So the bridge, the first time through, is again 1, 6, 4, 1. And like I said, if all you know is 1, 6, 4, 1, you're really well off. First, we're going to go, the first time you're practicing a song, just practice the main chords. And then once you get the patterns down and once you're familiar with how your fingers are moving, then you start looking at this F2A and even like a C sus with a 4. Then the bridge is going to repeat. So you're going to play this again. And here we're going to come to the last part of the bridge. Right. And it's going to start again on the 1. It's going to sus into the 1. Basically build a little tension, add a little frill right here. Sus to the C, and then start the melody. So you're kind of giving a cue here to keep rolling. If the singer hears this, and they probably will, then they'll know, okay, it's time to jump back in. Not that the timing wouldn't tell them anyways, but that's always a good cue right there. And then the bridge starts to get a little fancy. We're going to play the C sus after playing 2 measures of C. We're going to play the C sus and go to a G sus D, and then to a C and an E. But when I see things like this, like passing chords that a G sus D, I'd have to look at how to play that one too. Shouldn't be a problem. I'd have to look it up. But when you see passing chords like this, what you want to look at is a bass line, because that's usually why they're including these chords, because you can do some fancy stuff with the bass line. Like here, C in the bass, then a D to E. They're walking up, C, D, E. Then you take it to the A minor 7. And then here again, we have F2A, E minor B, and a C. So it's kind of a different thing, and you may or may not have to look at how these chords are played. But you can see here, we have A, B, C, and the bass line. So they're walking up the bass line again. So in the third time in the bridge, they're really building up the song, and that's usually the purpose I saw with the bridge, is let's build it up and then finish strong. Okay. But if we look at this simply, we see 1, we see a 6. Whoa. And you hold the 6, pass through E minor, which is a 3 chord, resolve that to the C. Well, because you have the B here, you're going to resolve that to the C. And the E minor has a E, G, and a B. So there's some tension there with the G and the B that you wanna bring back home to the C. Then we're going to go to F, and we're going to go to C. So 1, 6, some fancy stuff. 1, 3 measures, 6, 2 measures, 4, and then 1. I'd have to sing the melody over the chords to see if it's absolutely necessary to carry these through here. I mean, imagine here you're playing an A minor. Can you play an A minor here? You have an F in there. You have a C and an F, and you have another F. There's a lot of F in there. There's another F and a C, C, F, C, E. Here we have A, E, A, E, E. And then here we have an E and a C. You could probably get away with playing A minor 7 through here. Probably could do that. Anyways, 4, 1. Okay. So we looked at our bridge. Let's go back up to our notes. 1, 6, intro, 1, 6, 4, 1, verse, chorus, 5, 4, 1, bridge, 1, 6, 4, 1, exactly like the verse. Here on the second part of the bridge, I wrote down this stuff, but again, I'm going to practice 1, 6, 4, 1 until I have that, and then I'm going to look at how the finger arrangements will be for this, for all those passing chords in there try to work that in, because it's possible, so you should try it out. But it might take a little more practice. This is why you look at the song well in advance before you go out there. Because there's things like this that you could bring to the table, and you should bring to the table, but they will require practice before going up there. Unless you've practiced these chords before and you've seen these patterns. But if you just show up and look at the chord chart and you see stuff like that, then if I'm seeing it for the first time, I'm definitely skipping it, especially on stage, because there's no way I could derive those chords right there on the spot. So if I'm getting a chord chart right away, that's why I always like to have the chord chart like 5 days in advance, and then go over it, analyze it, pick up things like that, so that, because it's like you're in a band, you're supporting your teammates. You got to be ready to go. You got to be doing your job, and definitely, if that stuff's written down for you, then that's something you want to bring to the table. All right, so you go through the bridge twice, and then a third time where it gets fancy. Then we get back here to our chorus. Again, 5, 4, 1. 1 over here. 5, 4, 1. Has a C with the E passing chord. And then we're going to get to the outro. The outro is a C. We have C major 7 and a C. So what they're trying to do here in the outro, they're playing that B note just to kind of build that last little bit of tension, and then they're going to relieve it. A lot of tension. The major 7th note within a key, within a chord, is going to build the most tension. That's why they're including that. Again, here they have the A minor 2, so they're playing another B. Just to throw that in to keep the listener going and keep the song rolling. Then we're going to go to 4, an F chord. F with a 2, so they're going to play a G. Not as strong, but still, a G wants to go to a C. So we have the F2 chord, and then we resolve on the C. Alright, so we see that. We'll take our notes. Outro is 1, 6, 4, 1. Mind you, there are some major 7ths in there. There's some B notes being played in there. And there's F2, but again, we're going to simplify this right now. And, right. So we took our layout from the music. We wrote down our patterns, and look at the patterns real quick. 1, 6, 1, 6, 4, 1, 5, 4, 1, 1, 6, 4, 1, 1, 6, 4, 1, 1, 6, 4, 1. So for this song, you're going to want to know this 1, 6, 4, 1 pattern. Keep that in your head, and the 5, 4, 1, which isn't much different. It only differs in that instead of 1, 6, you're going to be playing a 5. So if I'm well rehearsed, I study the music, then all I really need to take onto stage is this little sheet right here. And I'll know to go over the passing chords. I might include some notes on passing chords here, like the major 7 I might include there. I'm like major 7 and then 1. And the 6 went to 6. I might do something like that. Back to the 6. And the 4. I'll go to a 4. 2. To the 1. I'll probably do this because this doesn't look too difficult right here. Just that G sus D and the E minor B, I definitely have to look at. Yeah, but it shouldn't be too difficult either. Just gotta take a quick look. Alright guys, well, that is the analysis of I Speak Jesus, kind of the preparation, how you should prep. Before you even play a note, you're going to look at your music, you're going to go over it, you're going to make notes, put it in a numbering system, that way you're ready to play in any key. And thanks for watching. See you guys soon.